at. But hey, we had such an amazing live last night. This is the 28th of December. Yesterday, it would it was probably the most fun I had. We went for 99 minutes total. I literally was like, I have to stop before 100, but it was crazy. Go look at that chat. There were some trolls in there that tried to mess up a few things, but that's the way things are going to be. But the people that were on there, though, we actually had some amazing conversations. I had people there asking questions. A lady named Moro from Portugal, she was on there and asking legitimate 100% questions about the United States. So that was cool. We asked questions back to her, not just me, but some of the people in the chat, and she was more happy to answer too. So that was fun. Just going back and forth with it. And we had a bunch of people from the UK. We had a guy from Germany that was on his break, his midnight. He was 2:19 in the morning in Germany. He was on his break. He worked for Pepsi Company and graveyard shift. And so he decided to join, and that's what he was doing. It was pretty funny how it played out that way. And again, UK, we had a Swedish guy, someone from Scotland, I want to think, or something like that. And we just talked a lot about politics overall. So our biggest concern, our biggest questions we had is what's important in 2016. And we got some perspectives. So I got a few video ideas. I'll probably ask that question a few times in the chat here in a minute too. And there was a really good conversation. So if you have something you want to see a video on, you want to see me investigate, truth between lines, look at the details in 2026, let me know. Okay. And then please hit the like and subscribe button, please. If you can, it helps the channel out a lot. We are at the goal of going to 500 subscribers by the end of the year, which the end of the year is in 3 days. So 2.5 days. We're a little behind. We're only at 419, but such is life. And sometimes you don't always hit your actual goals, and that's okay. That's okay. Because you know what? We can make a push for it and see what happens. If we don't make it, that's completely fine as well. But anyway, so good times all around. Doing a video here today about functional unemployment. It's somewhat interesting because I get on this channel a lot of statistics. A lot of people want to come in and they want to talk about, hey, Trump's economy is horrible. This is what's happening. There's so much problems going on. And looking at it like, all right, well, statistics can always be skewed. If you are the person putting out the statistic, you can completely skew it however you want to do whatever you want to with it. And I think that's the issue. So we're just looking at that. I'm realizing now I got my Rudy Giuliani book in the background. That was from an earlier video. If you want to look at that one too, this is his leadership book. I don't know the year, but it's old. I know it's old because I got it from the library, and I got it from a library, like a book sale, like $100, per bag, 2002. So this is, 23 years old. So I'll put that one down for now. But that was my book on Rudy Giuliani there, and so one of those things, it was a good time. And look at the one for Georgia about the elections on that one. All right, so here, coming in the chats, do you do weddings? What the hell? Anyway, Venezuela. Okay, let's see, what is it? Nahum, 7372, appreciate that. What's your view on Venezuela? Okay, which part though? Just clarify. Oh, I knocked my mic off. Clarify which part. Are you talking about the actual country or the blockade that Trump is doing? I mean, let me know about what's kind of that one. Lorenzo. Yeah, so let me know which part are we talking about? The drugs that are coming across, or the boats that were blowing up? I actually did a video about the drug boats that were being blown up. Watch that one, is what the military can do better. Talks a little bit about my opinion on that one. So I've kind of already done that video, if that makes any sense, but let me know. The blockade. Okay, so you want to talk about the blockade? So my view, it's funny. Actually, no, I've ever talked about that out loud. So overall, the blockade itself, there are a lot of questions surrounding what's coming across there. And, we have, obviously, there's a lot of drugs coming in the country, if that's the way to do it. And believe it or not, I was looking too, very briefly, Trump and his thing is not the first president to actually bomb boats. It's just he's getting the most press for it. So look that up too. He is not the first president to do that. So do I think it's a good thing? Yeah. Do I think it'll lead it to war? I think it really comes into whether China has an issue with it or not. And that we can see. Who knows? So, all right. So hopefully, I don't know. I'm still out on the whole thing. I haven't followed that. I'd like to, personally, as this chat gets going, I personally like to stick with just national things, what's happening in the country. International, I mean, obviously it's us doing it, but internationally, I just don't follow the whole lot to talk about it. But not that I won't. I just don't have all the information for you. So anywhere in Europe? No, I have not. Any active gang members here? Okay. All right. No, this isn't the White House. Are you saying that gang members are in the White House? That's interesting. No, Biden's not president anymore. I don't know. But so there's that one. Active, that's funny. Yeah, actually, yeah, if you are an active gang member, I'd love to hear your opinion about Venezuela and the drug boats coming across. Let me know what you think about that. That would be interesting. So, a couple other things we got going on this week. Obviously, with New Year's coming up, brand new year, we got some goals going forward. We're about to hit 1,000 views total going forward on that one. So I'm kind of excited about that. We're at 941 last time I checked. So you guys watching right now are helping contribute to that. So that's great. Are you a Merriman? I'm not sure what that is. What about the crude oil that Trump wants from Venezuela? I'm not sure if you're, was it Renzi? I'm not sure if you're saying Armenian or Merriman. I'm not reading that right. Maybe you are, but the crude oil, yeah, the 2 ships that we got, that was pretty interesting coming through across the thing. Sorry, American, I meant. Yes, I'm American, yes. Watching from Penn State. Oh, wait. All right, so if you're watching from Penn State, let me just say my daughter goes to Virginia Tech. I got a Virginia Tech around the corner there. And I just want to say you guys lost your coach to Virginia Tech, and I'm curious to see where that plays out. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching from Penn State. Sorry about your football team. James Franklin, yeah, this could be fun for you guys. But anyway, well, not to get on college football. What about the Austrian painter? I don't know the Austrian painter. Tristan Jagger, I don't know anything about Austrian painter. Is that something I should look up? I mean, if it is, I don't know. Austrian painter. Austrian painter. Do you carry the flame? I'm not sure what that is. Austrian painter is not coming up for anything. Support from the Philippines. Hey, thanks for the Philippines. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's weird that people start jumping on this thing from around the world. So that's pretty crazy. Austrian painter. No, I don't know that, man. You know this, man. All right. No, I'm getting too lost in the chats, but if there is something you guys, we already started going, so good. Thanks you guys for joining the chat. Appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe when you can. It helps the channel out a ton. And as far as things you want to hear about in 2026, subject matters, I'm taking notes. I'll be looking at stuff like that. I always need to do fresh ideas. I would love to put out at least 1 video a day, sometimes 2, but that's about it. All right, so Trizzy Toasted, how about them beautiful White House photos? Had Marco Rubio looking like he peed on the floor and got caught, while JD looking like he shit himself. I missed that picture. I'm not sure what that was. It was probably right next to Hunter's cocaine, but no, I missed the ones about those overall. But the White House, there is a lot of changes going on. If you're talking about the ballroom, or you're talking about the upgrades that they've done, obviously a lot of stuff going on with that one. Out of interest, would you say are the 3 most known people in the world? All right, Tristan. Yeah, okay. Out of interest, who would you say the 3 most known people living, right? I mean, I assume that. Yes, I did read all those books behind me. I have, yes. Nigerian Christians. 3 most known people. Well, actually, I think Donald Trump is most known in the world, I would say. It's a good question. That's actually a good question. Most, I mean, I want to say like somebody else, but not just living. Well, not just living. I mean, that kind of breaks it up there. Ronaldo's more known. I'm not a soccer fan. I mean, I've heard of him. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup, but that would be interesting. Musk would be a good one. Yeah. Joe Rogan, I agree. His fan base is obviously huge. And I don't know if Joe Rogan is known around the world, though. I would say Elon is, because I mean, you got his Starlink, you got his shuttles, you got all the Teslas, but just a person, the most richest man in the world, I would say. So yeah, so 3 most known people. So yeah, I would if you seriously are about Ronaldo being more popular, that is very interesting to me. Only because I just don't watch soccer. But I'm not arguing with you because you might be right. I just don't know what that would be. So that would be cool. Thank you for liking the sub, and I appreciate that. My picks would be Jesus. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Bob Marley and the Austrian painter. He worked in Germany mostly. You're losing me with the Austrian painter. I don't know. I think Ronaldo is a good shout. Yeah. Sean, you think Bill Clinton is like top three? I mean, if you talk about, obviously all time, sure, Jesus is probably right up there. No. I mean, I would say he's number one no matter what. But that's my opinion too. I'm still curious about the Ronaldo though. I really am because I know he's hugely popular. But anyway, what was the American soccer player, the one that was married to the Spice Girl? Help me out with that. Who was? God, I can't remember what his name was. He was like really good looking, obviously. He kind of did a thing in World War II. Most people aren't a fan. Oh, you want me to do a thing about that? A video about the Austrian painter? All right, I'll look that up. World War II. Germany? What'd you say, Germany? I love it. I love interest stories. That's fine. I try and read a lot of autobiographies. I think I got most of my autobiographies like right behind me here on that shelf. But Pulisic. Okay, Pulisic is most known in Europe. Who is that? Okay, it's not. I mean, I don't tend to know everything, but I usually like to think I like to know people's names. But who's Pulisic, Sean? Who is that? That would be interesting in that one. But anyway, I'll give you a second on that one. But most three. That. I wonder if you can even Google that, because whose opinion would that be? If I actually like put that in the search engine and said, give me the top 3 most popular people in the world, what would it say? 3 most, not popular, known, 3 most known people in the world. U.S. International Soccer. Oh, he's the U.S. International Soccer. No, Beckham. I was thinking Beckham. That's who it is. Are saying so what he did. I was thinking David Beckham. That's who I was thinking, the old soccer player. But yeah. How come Trump supporters are saying so what he did it? So what he did it. I don't know. Mohammed, you're going to say Jesus, Muhammad, and Adam. Well, that's actually probably legitimate right there. Moses. It's good arguments all around. Oh, Beckham was English? Oh, man, I thought he was American. Are you serious? Like, for real? He's, all right, damn it. You kind of, United States claims Elon Musk too, but obviously he's from South Africa, so we kind of lost that aspect of it. There was a guy that I was a fan of. I was a marathoner back a couple of years ago, and there was a guy that was American, but of course he was born in Africa. He was a citizen of U.S., but yeah, but we claimed him because, hey, it was our thing. Or how about the hypothetical, would it be ideal if liberals repatriated back to Europe and European conservatives moved to America? Would this help people stop bickering? Oh, interesting. Thanks, Tristan. Beckham is indeed for UK. Well, all right, fine. Again, I'm not a soccer fan, so I didn't know. How about this hypothetical? Would it be ideal if liberals repatriated back to Europe and European conservatives moved to America? Yeah. Hypothetical, yeah, probably. Probably would do that. Anyway, look at 11 contenders here for most popular in the world. Oh, you won't get this. Hey, back to that question, though. And no, I'm not gay. Anyway, so the most popular man, it says, the most popular person, it says in the world, Michael Jackson. What do you think? Michael Jackson. And this list is probably, again, people that are living. These are people that are living just by looking. Well, shit, Michael Jackson's died. Never mind. That's not even a thing. Beckham, 200% English. He just owns a club in Miami. Yeah. Okay. So can we claim him if he lives in Miami? So, okay. Here's number 1 and 2. Princess Diana's number 2. Barack Obama's number 3. Leo Messi. I think he's a soccer player. Then Cristiano Ronaldo. So Ronaldo's 5. Beyonce 6. Robert Downey Jr. 7. Marilyn Monroe 8. So this is a list of like, I guess the last 100 years, 50 years. Jeon Jungkook. You guys know who that is? You do realize Mexicans are Americans too, right? Yeah. Well, if they live in Mexico, they're not American. I don't understand that question. So, I mean, if they're Mexican citizens, they're not. But anyway, back in 2012, I just see lots of division. I know it wouldn't be easy feasible, but I do think a shuffle based on politics between America and Europe. Yeah, nonsense list. Hey, let's get back to that, Tristan. I want to talk about that. Let me finish this list, though. So Marilyn Monroe's 8, which I don't think that. But again, Jeon Jungkook is 9. I don't know who that is. Help me out with that one. Jeff Bezos is 10. I could see that. And then number 11 is Justin Bieber. Do you guys, I mean, for those in UK, do you care about Justin Bieber? So I thought that was interesting. My grandma or a random person from a village in Thailand won't know most, if not all the list. Maybe Ronaldo and Messi. Yeah, exactly. I wonder, but yeah. I can't believe I missed Jackson. I would swap Marley for Jackson. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. All right, so back, I think it was Tristan that said that hypothetical. Sean, you said Diddy. Oh, well, maybe now. I'm interested. Actually, there's no, other than the soccer players, there's no Michael Jordan. There's no LeBron James. Probably like football players, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. There's nothing in that. All right. So do you even own a globe? You realize Canadians are Americans too, right? Again, I'm not sure. If they're Canadian, why would they be American? You're kind of losing me on that one, Timothy Travis. I don't know. But going back to the hypothetical, could you imagine, you want to talk about the hypothetical of this? Could you imagine if everybody just says, all right, wherever you're at in life right now, we're going to pick up and just move you to wherever you want to move to. You keep the same money, you keep the same house, you keep the same, cars, your family, and you all just move to a different country. I mean, that'd be interesting. Again, hypothetical, something to talk about when you got a couple of drinks in you. So, a couple adult beverages anyway. Interesting aspect of it, though. I like it, Tristan. Thanks for doing that. Okay, he is right, because Mexico and Canada are in the continent of North America. I must have missed the question, Tris. I'm trying to go fast on that one. So, yeah, no, I don't know. Okay. Fine. I'll review this later on and see where I missed the North American one, because yes, Canada and Mexico are in North America along with the United States. I thought we were talking something different, but anyway, whatever. I appreciate it. Shoot, I had one thing up here I wanted to talk about. Oh, there we go. All right. So my favorite sports team. Yeah. See, Mexico, the United States, and Canada, North America. Which makes you an American? Do you need it in Crayola crayons? Yeah, I guess I do. Because I didn't get that was the whole thing. I've never considered I've considered North America, North America. I don't consider America. You call it the Americas, but that's about it. He was saying Mexicans are American. It is in the continent. Yeah, okay. I mean, I get that. I just wasn't going for it. Funny, Americans think everything revolves around them. If you generally think LeBron or Brady are even near the popularity of someone like Ronaldo, then I don't know what to say. Hey, you're completely right. You are completely right, Mohammed. I'm not a fan of soccer. I never really played it. So yeah, completely right. I thought Jordan, though. I did think Jordan was popular. Maybe, 20 years ago or so. So maybe I did, but yeah, I agree that they're huge overall. Are you a fan of Joe Rogan? Am I a fan? I don't know if I'm a fan. I watch his stuff. Yes. I watch it sporadically. It's not something I sit down and constantly always watch. I usually just watch the highlights, whatever pops in the feed, and just look at that. Making this a call-in show. Honestly, I don't even know how. So, I mean, would I make this a call-in show if I knew how? But I don't know. Where'd you get that JD Vance stall? Oh, the JD Vance stall? Where did I get it? Oh, you know what? I think I got it at a Trump store. I got a Thomas Jefferson one over here. You see that? I think I got a George Washington one too, somewhere. I don't know. I kind of rotate my room every now and then. So yeah, we have a Trump store here and where I'm from, and they sell all that kinds of stuff. So you can find those all over the place. But yeah, the world does revolve around America. LOL. That's why the price of crude oil is based off the U.S. dollar. Got a point, Tristan. I know this isn't a valid metric, but someone like Ronaldo has 600 million followers on Instagram, for instance. Enough of that topic, though. Okay, it's going to be worth a good penny. I agree. I think the Instagram followers is an important thing. I mean, I agree though, but that's how. I mean, how else do you actually measure that? That's a good point, Mohammed. I mean, how do you measure stuff and stuff in general? So yeah, come and organize your books by. You want to organize my books by color? Yeah, I don't know. Never thought about color. They're done by genres, whether they're fiction, nonfiction, or biographies and political books, that kind of thing. Anyway, a great way to add O. Wesley, I'm sure there was something else to add on that one, but yeah. So organize them by color. That is funny. I wouldn't know, but. All right. So anyway, you're changing subjects, so we don't want to talk about too much about people in the world. You measure them the American way, 3 burgers per. Mohammed, where are you from? Because you're right. American way, 3 burgers per bald eagle. It used to be Budweiser's, but now Budweiser's not even known American now. You can order that. Great way to socialize and dispute, debate political opinions. Oh, okay. You added that. Yeah. Great way to socialize and dispute. Yeah. Yeah. I get Americans are quite partisan, so I'll avoid politics. But which was your favorite book of 2025? Oh, good point. What's your career, if you don't mind me asking? Because I'm studying architecture. I do this. This is what I do. Now, I used to own companies. That's what I used to do. I used to own companies. I'd buy them low, or people retiring and that kind of thing that didn't understand certain aspects, and then I'd actually flip them. Flip of companies, and I bought commercial buildings as well. So I had a bunch of commercial properties, rental properties. I used to build homes too. So I did a lot of making things better. That was my job. Whatever it was in front of me, I did that, and thankfully I did well enough that I can bum around with you guys on a Monday evening. So I do have a podcast. This is my podcast. This is all I got. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Rumble, X, Instagram, Facebook, and True Social. So I don't have an official podcast. We were looking at doing something on Spotify, but I haven't gotten there yet. I'm just having fun. So you're from Yemen. Okay. Yeah, very good. Yeah. I hope to do a podcast, which basically the podcast would just be the YouTube, just audio version. I don't know. I'm just doing this for fun. I started this channel in March. Kind of a way to get out and just kind of do stuff and talk. And that's kind of what I got into it. So, all right. So what Jefferson, a homing pigeon is a variety of domestic pigeon. It's selectively bred for its exceptional ability to find its way home over long distances. Well, that is fantastic news. I just learned something. Look at that. Political, any, or just random? Are you asking what I post on? I would say probably a little bit of random. A lot of it has to do obviously with whatever Donald Trump's doing, because everybody's talking about that. You can't get away from what he's talking about, good or bad. You just can't get away from him. So it's like, that's kind of one thing. So, but I try and do random stuff. I did one on birthing robots the other day. I would say, look at that one. It's about Japan and the way they're using birthing robots. And then I did a couple of interviews too. I went on the road. Let's see, what else did I do? My buddy played rugby and has face smashed in playing rugby. So I did a little thing about him. He wanted to do one for me. Jaguar versus the old Jaguar. Character AI was interesting. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Anyway, RFK made a good president. New question. Does listening, liking, abusers work indirectly endorse their opinions? Two things. So RFK made a good, I think RFK would have done better if he didn't have the voice issue that he has. And I can't remember why he has that. I don't know if it was cancer or what. I think he would have done better in any election if it wasn't for his voice. And I'm saying that's just aesthetics. That's just guys or girls look good or not look good. That's one thing. Would he have made a good president? I don't know. I didn't follow him enough to answer that question. I think he would have done a decent job because he's open to learning. I just don't know anything about his whole thing. New question. Does listening, liking a musician's work indirectly endorse their opinions? It's a good question. I mean, I would say, yeah, it probably would. Same thing as watching a movie or a TV show with an actor in there that has their opinions. It could be that as well. Maybe on that one. Big Sky Country, RFK voice issue. Yeah. No, I'm an RFK senior. Oh, JFK. Oh, I'm sorry. JFK brother. Sorry. Yeah. JFK's brother. I don't know. I don't know at all. I don't know anything about him. I know he died in a plane crash, under circumstances. So, but I don't know anything about his politics. I don't know. I once drove a Jaguar, the German Autobahn. That was an amazing vehicle until which Jaguar was it and what year was it? I'm curious because actually, yeah, that thing that I did, I went over the whole thing. So, yeah, been a fan of Trump, but hated what he did to the White House plaques. Yeah, is it Naaman? But yeah, the White House. You talk about the White House, but you talk about the Wall of Fame. When he did that, he put up the auto pen of Biden, and he changed everything else around. Are you talking about the ballroom? Because the ballroom, most people answer no, but I agree. I think it endorses their opinion. Yeah, opinions on BMWs. So yeah, that was the interesting thing about that. I'm not a big fan of the Wall of Fame either. Here's my issue. And I actually had this discussion this morning with somebody else. All of the things that like President Trump is doing, all the things that Biden did on the surface are just going to be turned away or turned down or torn down by the next other president, let's say. So just like, I mean, you put up all these statues, the statue gets ripped down. As soon as the next Democrat, assuming, Democrat president comes in, whenever that is, I'm saying not independent or libertarian or Green Party, the next Democrat president comes in, they're going to tear down that Wall of Fame. They're going to take Donald Trump's name off of the Kennedy Center, JFK, the Arts and Museum or whatever that thing is called. And they're going to take him down from there. And it's kind of, you're seeing all these things. I mean, and that's a sad thing. So it's like, why are you building these lasting things? I don't know who's paying for those specific things, but again, if you start tearing that stuff down or you start putting that stuff up, it's going to be torn down by the next other president. And that's what I'm looking at. So, hey, Maura, welcome back. I was just talking earlier about how great of a conversation we had yesterday. So from Portugal. So thank you so much. Do appreciate all the great conversations. I started looking into a few things, but I haven't had a chance to do that one. The next president is total douche. Okay. All right. It was a 2000 Jaguar, 2000. Okay. V6. Interesting. Yeah. That S-type. Okay. That's cool. Thanks for putting that in, Mohammed. Interesting. You should strongly consider making this a call-in show. Have Skype or Discord and let people call you. Should be easy in theory. I agree, Tristan. Everything should be easy in theory. The hardest thing I had to learn about putting a YouTube channel together was all the darn technology, the ways to make things work, the horizontal versus the vertical. How do you slice things? How do you edit things? Oh God, it just having my computers just absolutely ridiculously stupid was a pain in the butt. I was in yelling matches with myself over a lot of that stuff. So in theory, 100%. In practice, I'm still just learning about this live stuff. So we're just doing that. Captain America, thanks. Did Trump do enough to make America great again? Tristan, Captain America. He's like my little favorite up there, doing all my little stuff up there. Did Trump do enough to make it? Well, you know what? Trump's only been in office for 11 months. I mean, he's not even a full year back. I mean, 2016 to 2020, January, he was under so much scrutiny overall. He tried to get impeached twice. I mean, they just dragged him through the ringer on that one. And how could you govern at that point? They just tried to beat him down so much. So I think this time, I think he's doing good. Here's my interesting take. If we can talk about the FBI and Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino in a minute, but the idea behind this whole thing was, I'm waiting for that big thing. Okay. The thing to release from the FBI, but gas prices are down. We're paying here. We're paying just about $2 a gallon. We were paying $4.30 or $4.50 a couple of years ago under Biden. So now that that's coming down, now it's just a matter of actually the stores bringing down their costs, because why should they bring down the cost if people are going to continue paying? But it will come down. That'll be huge on that aspect of it. My biggest problem, and I'll get to the chat here in a minute, but my biggest hang up with what's not happening with President Trump and pretty much everybody is the fact that people are not going to jail or prison. That's my problem right now. And I'm wondering if Bongino, was so frustrated with that he couldn't get that done. I don't know, if Pam Bondi's not doing enough to basically put people behind bars. And that's where I'm at with the thing. So that's my one complaint. So if you agree with me on that one, make sure you put the like, hit the comments, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that, but that's where I'm at. All right, so back to the chat here. Tristan, technology is a pain in the ass. Theoretically, it's amazing though. Yeah, I mean, we can do so much more with so many things. I'm starting to learn AI. So, oh shoot, that's next question. No, I really, Tristan, I was reading your question, and then all of a sudden I look at Wesley's. What are your thoughts on AI? Yeah, Moro, China will launch it. Let's get back to that though. The thoughts on AI. I mean, overall, I'm scared of it, to be honest with you. I did some videos about the Terminator coming in. That was about that birthing robots thing too. I am worried about that in general. And could it happen that why would they not turn on us eventually and just do their own self-preservation? But it's a good tool. It's a good way to help. I'm starting to use it for stupid things like give me a catchy phrase on my script here, or do a picture. I did some green screen backgrounds and things. My logo, it was made by AI. My theme song was made by AI, if you haven't watched those. So it's going to replace a lot of jobs, although the idea is the jobs that it is replacing will then turn into better, more higher paying jobs because to keep up with the AI. I don't know. I'm not the technology person, but that's my opinion on that one. All right, Mara, welcome back. March 2026, China will launch its 15th five-year plan. I keep my eyes on them to see what trend and impact. Yeah. And again, Moro's from Portugal, so on that one. Muhammad is just one big circus show. Yeah. My dad is a hardcore Democrat. I'm a Republican. He hates anything I say when it comes to politics, even if I'm right. Yeah, I hear you, Northside. Actually, I'm kind of in the same boat with some of my family members too. And it's hard, it is hard to talk because they'll say something off the cuff like, "Oh, this is a terrible thing," and I'm like, "Well, it's only terrible because the Democrats are doing it. That's why." And then they're like, "No, that's not a thing." And then they either change the subject or just they can't tell me. I had a problem. Somebody said that, Nancy Pelosi was just this amazing person. So Nancy Pelosi from San Francisco was just this amazing person. She was a hero. She was all these things. And my wife turned to her and said, "Great. That's fantastic. Can you tell me why you think that? Like, why do you think Nancy Pelosi?" And she couldn't, the other person could not say why. She's just an inspiration. That's all she is. I said, well, give me some examples. Like, what has she done? Is there a policy that she did? Is there an idea that she did? Couldn't give you a straight answer for that one. And that was, that's kind of the turning point. So, all right, let's go back to the comments here. Real stuff going on. Yeah. Would the world be a better place without the internet? Consider all the effects like access to information. Technology was great when we used to consume it without consuming us. The previous 5 to 10 years, the table turned and it started to consume us. Yeah. North side, I want to talk to you about New York, but hold on a second. Hi there, people just joined the stream. I work long and hard with 8.5 inches. If anyone's interested for a green card, good. Person who thought Nancy Pelosi was amazing was also getting stock in. Tristan, you are probably right. Yeah, no kidding. How could she beat the entire thing going forward? The internet, though, God, I'm lucky, I'm 47 years old. I don't know how good you are. Yeah, it is using us. I'm 47, so I remember a time when we did have internet. I remember getting my first pager, the first big cell phone. I remember those things. I mean, thank God I grew up in a world where I didn't have pictures when I was a kid, because I don't know what these kids are getting in trouble these days because they're filming everything and pranks and all that stuff. I mean, it's awful. So would the world be better off without it? I mean, heck, I think the world did pretty good for what, 2,500 years, or, depending on how long you want to say the world's been around, humans been around. I think we did pretty well. And, yeah, it's hard to think about what's going to happen overall. So, all right. So let's see. Reed Muhammad, I believe is going, yeah. Out of all the presidents I had in my lifetime, Trump is the only one who actually does what he says. Yeah, I agree with you, Northside, on that one. Tristan, you're 33. I was just before the internet. Socializing was substantially more engaging without the internet. I would personally pull the plug on that bad boy immediately. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. I remember sitting down to dinner and nobody pulled out their phone. You know what I mean? And like nobody had their phone. They actually talked, and they went out there and they just said, hey, that's what they did. And so it's sad the fact that you see kids as soon as they sit whatever at the restaurant, they pull out their cell phone, or they get their parents give them the tablet, and they miss that interaction. Because why would you go out to dinner if you're not going to interact? Otherwise, just stay home and eat at home. So that's one of those things. Dinners without phones. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Have you seen Nick Fuentes on Piers Morgan? No. You know what? I have not seen Nick Fuentes. I don't even know who that is. I've seen his name. I've never had a chance to bother to look him up. I don't know. I did. If you watch Jubilee for Piers Morgan, I watched that the other day. Jubilee is another YouTube channel. It's the one that has like one person versus 25, or they started off a little smaller with that, but now they're doing like Piers Morgan. I think Charlie Kirk had one on there. I'm trying to, no, I can't do it now with this going on, but look up Jubilee. I thought Piers Morgan was talking about, he's talking about pronouns. I watched about half of it, then it got repetitive, but that was some interesting stuff on there. So depressing seeing families not talking with each other. Yeah, I get it. Definitely is. New York. Yes. Thank you, Northside. Good timing. Okay. What do you think, Mandami? What do you think about that? What's happening there? You don't have to tell me exactly where you live, what borough, but what are you thinking about what's happening? Defund the police, just the rent control. What are your thoughts? I did a bunch of videos about Mamdani, and I'm just curious what you think. You actually lived there, so let me know. You see the Nick Fuentes interview? Okay, let me write that down. I'll do that, Tristan. I need to. I mean, I try and know everything. I don't. It just is what it is. But please, hey, if you're just joining the channel for a second, real quick here, make sure you like and subscribe. I appreciate it. That helps out a lot. I'm trying to get to 500, so we'll see where we're at. But please subscribe. All right, you see the Nick Fuentes video? There are not many people who articulate a nationalist opinion as well as Nick does. His knowledge on current affairs is impressive. Okay, Tristan, you sold me. I'll look at it. I don't know. Yeah. Mohammed, I'm 20, and I can tell you my generation and those a bit younger than us are just doomed. Basic human social skills gone. Yeah, attention span out the window. Creativity, 6 evaporated. Yeah, I think is that it? Yeah, yeah. And I'm taking it a step further. I'm thinking about mating. I mean, what do you think about like dating and actually mating with a female companion or a male companion? But I mean, if people can't go out to the bar or a restaurant or a dance club or whatever you young people do. I mean, I've been happily married for many, many years. Whatever you young people do to go out and to meet other people. I mean, Muhammad, maybe you go online, maybe you have a dating app or whatever else. But I mean, how do you just randomly walk in to meet people and talk to them? And can you actually articulate a conversation with somebody? And that's kind of the hard thing. And I think that's the problem, because we went out on the prowl, like, hey, we're going to pick up chicks. You're going to do that. Well, that was what we did 30 years ago. Like, what do you guys do now? I don't know. Agreed again with Muhammad. Dating is completely screwed. The irony is arranged marriages are more romantic than dating apps. You might be right on that one. I mean, arranged marriages, if you, I could see that, because they know, they think they know what's best, And I give credit to the older generation. It's kind of one of those funny things. Like, they do know a lot of stuff because they've lived it or done it or seen it. When you're young, you think you know everything. You really don't. I don't care. I'm 47, and trust me, every day I learn something new. Like, shit, I should have done something better or done something a better way. So, all right, so many videos of men being berated by women for simply giving a compliment. Yes, Tristan, those are terrible. And holding the door, like, that's like a bad thing to hold the door or something, or walk on the side of the road, the danger. All right, so Moro. So welcome back, Moro. And your questions are completely legitimate. So before I even read it, I just want to say that to everybody. Oops, I went too quick. I know it's controversial, but I have to ask. Gun control in America. It's been 17 official school shootings this year. What is the public opinion going into 2026? Interesting. Could have a conversation with any person living or dead. Oh, that's a good one. We young people can't type 2 sentences without technology assisting them. Imagine building a connection with another human and sustain a family. Yeah. All right. So Moro, I think the biggest problem we're seeing with school shootings, it's not the guns. I'm going to take the controversial thing about gun control. It's not the guns. It's the problem. Guns have been around for thousands of years. Well, not thousands, but 8,000 years. It's a mental issue. It's a mental health issue. It really is. It comes down to people, and it kind of comes down to what we're talking about right now, being able to hold a conversation. It's people don't know how to react if they are bullied. I mean, back in the day, I got bullied. I got beat up. I got pushed around. You know what? It made me better. Now, is that everybody should go through that? No, they shouldn't. But at some point, I never thought in my mind, hey, I got bullied. I'm going to go shoot up a school. Like that never crossed my mind. But for some people, that's what they do. That's the whole MO. That's what they got going on. So, Mauro, to answer your question, because I know it's a legitimate question from you, I think we're going to see a lot more security going forward. Technology is really, really catching up with detection going forward. So we're seeing those things happen. And with all of that, they certainly won't be stopped, but mitigated. I mean, where some areas are allowing teachers to carry weapons in school, and I think that's going to change. Why are schools targeted? Because they have kids that can't defend themselves, and you take away everybody, the adults' version of protecting themselves. Therefore, it's an easy, soft target, plain and simple. I mean, that's it. You go a deranged, mentally disordered person will go after the easy target before they go after the hard targets. Plain and simple. Anyway, if you just joined this channel for the first time, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. We are trying to grow the channel. All right, so going on. Yeah, I think I missed a few. If you could have a okay, yeah. The conversation about people bunker, man. Let me get back to that maybe, but I feel like I was born in the wrong time period. I'm 28. Yeah. Let's see. We got another Muhammad on here, and now you're YouTube doing it to queer people. And now you're on YouTube doing it to queer people. Okay, I missed that one. Not everybody should be allowed to own a gun. Yeah, I agree. Not everybody should be allowed to own a gun. There's a lot of mentally handicapped people out there. Cain killed Abel with a rock stick. Yeah, Cain wasn't real. Yeah. It's in our amendments. Yeah, Second Amendment pretty clearly says it. I mean, just like saying, hey, you know, will there not be another knife attack in the UK? You know, I mean, Australia is what they took away all their guns. They had the mandatory buyback going forward. And all of a sudden, a guy shoots up Bondi Beach. I mean, how does that happen? How did you let that happen? Crazy stuff for Australia, you know. So I don't think it's a gun issue, but I mean, people, if people want to kill, they're going to do it the way they want to. Now, might not be as many people, it might not be a mass, but at the same time, it's on there. So that's kind of my opinion on that one. But anyway, I could be wrong. So going forward on that one, Mauro, if you're still with me, I hope I answered your question. Hopefully I did. So anyway, yeah, Second Amendment is a big thing going forward. But all right, it's a weird mixture of mental issues and maybe a bit of gun laws issues as well. Yeah, and maybe the gun law issue is having a gun law. It could be that. I mean, if you live in a state, there's a few states out there that have open carry. I know when I walk down on the street, if I'm walking down the street, I know I'm surrounded by pistols. I just know it. Either I have one with me or someone else I'm with has one, or I can probably tell you 5 people across the street that have a gun as well. So, did I miss about the New York mayor? Sorry there. Where I was like born wrong period. Sorry if I skipped over that. North Side, did you say something about the mayor? I missed it. I feel like I was born in the wrong time period and I'm 28. That's the last one I see. It's in our amendments. Look back at my response about our New York mayor. Hey, Northside, I apologize, man. Let me know. I missed it. If you can just like copy and paste it, that'd be great. Like to draw things. Hello. Thanks for joining the chat. Please, if you're here for the first time, please like and subscribe. But I am approaching my time limit on this one. So I think it has been real. Yeah, copy. I missed it. I don't know. I'll have to read back the old things on there. All right, but I'll wait for you. But hey, you know what? I'm going to try to do this more often because I actually really enjoy it. I think we had a lot of good conversation. I'm going to re-look at what we talked about. You gave me some great ideas for upcoming 2026 videos. Again, if this is your first time coming on the channel, please like and subscribe. We talk a little bit about everything everything that interests me anyway. And if it interests you, I want to find out about it too. There were a few questions I'm going to bring up too from earlier that I wrote down, and we'll be looking at that as well. So a lot of fun stuff. You've got a lot of things in those shelves. Yeah, I've been a little collector. Another reason I run this channel, because basically I needed a place to store stuff. So there you go. I actually have more stuff across the room and around the room as well. Starting with trinkets, and you'll see me, if you follow the videos, you'll see them kind of rotate and front to back, and then books will move and that kind of thing. So, and for a popular opinion, yes, I have read every single book behind me, believe it or not. So just is what it is. But, all right, Mohammed, it's midnight for me. I need to go to sleep. It was my first time here and really enjoyed it. Thank you. Hope everyone had a great rest of your day and happy, peaceful, thankful 26. Hey, God bless too. Okay, thanks, Mohammed. I appreciate it. Yeah, great insight, conversation. I do appreciate you jumping in there. Please like and subscribe, which I think you did. I do appreciate it. So anyway, yeah, go to bed. Have a good night, wherever you are. Yeah, it's almost 7 o'clock in Eastern Standard Time, but you must be. Oh, you said Yemen. That's right. You said Yemen. I think it was you. So anyway, yeah, we are at 45 minutes, so I'm going to shut it down right now. Hey, God bless everybody. Thank you guys look for this channel. Please, if you haven't already, again, like and subscribe, hit a comment on there, and then we'll go on from there. So expect a call in the show next time. Have a great night, my guy. Happy New Year. Yes. Hey, good conversation, Tristan. I appreciate it. You know what, Marl? Maybe I should do. I'd like a slow thing and do that. So anyway, guys, have a good evening, and we'll see you on the flip side. Take care, guys. That's Truth Between Lines.